Here we go. And we're here, I think. I see who's in chat. Roger, Declearman, Clavicus. How's it going, everybody? It's the morning time. It's day two? Day two of ReaperCon? I messed up whenever I made the video. I made a video yesterday, and at the beginning of the video, I put day two instead of day one. I think it's just because I've been here since Monday, and the meet and greet is technically, I guess, day zero. I don't know. It's a little complicated for no reason. Hey, Fuzzy Kitty. Hope you guys are having a good morning. I know. Busy at work while you play? Nice. Hopefully you can come next year, Roger. But yeah, it's the doors are about to open. People kind of snuck in before 9 o'clock anyway. So a lot of people are setting up at their tables and getting everything ready. You guys can probably hear a little bit of the chatter walking around. The teachers are getting in place. The CoffeeKetchup, I saw somebody in chat, I think it was Declearman, said, this better not be a new internet challenge where you put ketchup in coffee. Yeah, this started as something a few years ago for me and Justin's idea about talking to the convention people, like while they're getting ready in their rooms or eating breakfast and things like that. And so this was going to be like a recap of like what's coming up that day, like what to expect that day, and what to expect coming up for the rest of the day and things like that. But I think it could just be a recap of what happened the previous day for everybody that's not here. Hey, ArrowWiz, I'm sad you're not here. Are you here, ArrowWiz? I haven't seen you. I don't think ArrowWiz is here. Yeah. Hi. Thanks for the 44 months. You're back. I didn't get a chance to play on the pinball machine yesterday, so that is on my bucket list today, is to get on the pinball machine and see if I can get some high scores or something. Not this year? Okay. There's always next year. This is the last year for our contract here at this hotel. I am not privy to what conversations are happening behind the scenes, but hopefully we're here next year. We love this hotel. Me and Frank and a couple of other people were talking last night about the capacity and what do we think the max is for this hotel, and you know, all the convention talk, yada yada yada. But yeah, I might sit in on some classes today. I might film some B-roll of classes today. I think that's going to be one of my main goals today as well. Just to kind of go in and see what's up. I want to see the teachers using the document cameras because I haven't actually done that yet. And go check that out. Well, one of the major issue things that happened yesterday is that we have a severe lack of super glue. So we went around all the stores in town trying to find super glue yesterday, and we cleaned out multiple stores of their super glue. So we documented, hey, next year have a lot of super glue. I just don't know, it didn't happen this year, but it's happening now. I want to walk around and check on some of the demos. We have a bunch of people here that are running demos of their games. Like Hyperborea, they have a Kickstarter coming up, so they're doing some demos. Magical Assault Girl is doing some demos, so I'll go and probably check out some of those and film them out. And things like that. Also, sorry, morning time. You know, I don't have coffee, but I do have this lovely Heroes Potion of Power drink. Not a sponsor. It's an official Dungeons and Dragons drink. And it looks like an energy drink, doesn't it? Like, just from far away. Like, if you would see this, it looks like an energy drink. I think it's just because we're so programmed to see a bottle like this and think energy drink. But actually, it's just a cherry lime drink with not that many ingredients in it. So that's my coffee for this morning. I already had coffee. I drank it already. So yeah, there's really it's kind of quiet right now. It's because everybody's in classes. 9 a.m. here at ReaperCon is when everybody wants to take classes. You know, I don't. Everybody's like so morning focused. The 9, 10, and 11 slots for games and and classes are always full, and they're the first ones to go. I think people want to get all their learning out at the at the beginning, and then kind of taper out through the day, and then just kind of meander and fill in their time blocks. And then obviously at night it's the social, partying, chilling, relaxing. And then obviously the people that are super serious about their MSP entries are always tidying up and touching up their pieces before they have to turn them in today at 5 p.m. So I would expect a mad dash at around like 4. Yeah, it was. Yeah, yep. I was here, and I was telling everybody last year I felt way more energized at the end of day 1, but last night I was really exhausted, tired. But there was a lot of people that were in here actually. A lot of people still in here at around midnight. So we had to, unfortunately, be the bearers of bad news and kick them out of the main hall. Ribbons. This is the first year that I've done ribbons. Really. I never really, because I was always like super busy walking around and working and stuff. So I never really participated in the ribbon thing. Sorry, my mic's on my lanyard. There's some really fun ones actually. The one I'm super excited for is Banana for Scale. I haven't added the ribbon onto here yet. But if you guys know somebody in chat named Graz Yeti, one of our normal viewers, he is here doing his ribbon this year is Banana for Scale. So he's walking around with a big plush banana, and he's having people take pictures with the banana, and if you do, you get the ribbon. And but he's gonna make a collage of all of the banana pictures, like a slideshow of all the banana pictures of everybody. And I think that's a fun idea. Another new one this year that I've been seeing is that there's a person walking around with a duck backpack, and they're leaving ducks everywhere throughout the convention. And if somebody brings the duck back to them, the person with the duck backpack, then they get the I can't remember what the name of the ribbon is, but they get a ribbon from them. And yeah, I also think there's another big duck, squeakable duck, that if you squeak it, you get it as well. A lot of bananas and ducks, a lot of yellow theme. Oh, Arrow it's Mac and Cheese. Is she the duck? Oh, she is the duck. It is Mac and Cheese. Another regular chat person you guys know. With Coffee Nerdery Beer and Coffee Nerdery Beard, they're both here as well. I saw the bingo, the Forumite bingo, and the Discord people. Next year, I kind of want to push that really big, because the bingo card looks pretty decent. I wonder if he had a bunch of entries and then not all the entries are on the bingo board. I have to ask him how it works fully. I've never. That's all Pegasus's thing, and so I didn't want to step on it. But I'll ask him. I'll ask him next year to see how big we can make it, because I think we can make it pretty big. Notable things is I'm waiting for Ron to get here so he can give me the update on the factions. You guys might have seen last night on social media, I posted the 4 faction boards at the end of day 1. It looks like Creed Bloodbeard is in last, which is kind of sad for being the most organized ones. And then, oh yeah, I guess you can, yeah. Oh look, Double John. Zoom in. Whoa! Hey, my beard looks pretty square today. You know, I gotta tell a funny story while Frank pulls these out. Last night I went to bed and I got in the room and I was gonna go take a shower, and I had my girlfriend plug up my phone, and the plug up wasn't charging. It wasn't on. So I went to bed. I set my alarms and everything, put my phone down, and woke up this morning. The whole hotel room was empty. The light shining through the window, and I thought it was like 10 a.m. I was scared. I was like, I woke up in a panic. trying to find the hotel like analog time clock so I could see what time it was. But luckily I was not too late. Oh, here's the faction posters, by the way. I haven't checked them this morning. A lot of people were starting to put, because we put fresh ones out each day. So each of these get refreshed every day. And I haven't checked them this morning, but it looks like they all started out to be pretty even, like organized at the top. Obviously you have some rogue people putting them on the bodies and stuff, but I think everybody saw us talking about Creed Bloodbeard last night, and started saying that they wanted to be organized as well. So we'll see. But Ron has oh, there he is. I see him. He just got here. I want to see his. He has the updated quest, so I will be pushing that out via tabletop events on the news thing. It's not really relevant to you guys, but I will also probably post them on the forums and Discord just so people can follow along of like what's happening with their quests. Yeah, just more coverage. Another exciting kind of thing this year is that we have Ron hired an official photographer, I guess you could say. And so she's been going around taking some cool action shots and just general shots of everybody around the con. And I think I asked her, she's also been taking some videos, like small little clips of videos, which will probably be cool to edit into like a promotional video. The weeks coming after ReaperCon for next year. I think that'll be a cool thing to do. I haven't seen any of her footage yet, but I saw her uploading it to her server, and so she's supposed to be sending it to me. You guys might see it as some stuff this weekend. Who knows? Hey, insert random numbers and no time for Bull. Bull, why aren't you here? You got work or something? You busy? Yeah, a lot more people are starting to show up. Hey, Pendrake, how's it going? Yeah, it's pretty chill. Chill day 2. Trying not to lose my voice, so I haven't. My voice is doing okay this year. Last year, I felt like I was doing a bunch of talking. I also did do the tours. The tours, you have to project a lot, but I have a speaker. I have a speaker that I use for tours, but this year, not so bad. CoffeeKetchup was just kind of a last-minute thing. You know, it was always on the table. It was an option for us to do. Oh, No Time for Bull is here. I guess I haven't seen you yet. Hi, Ishan. You're drinking coffee in the dining area? Nice. I had my coffee this morning, but I might need another one based on all the yawns I'm doing. That's all right. Yeah, you're fine. Let's see. Today, for me, I have the costume contest tonight. I just got to figure out if it's at 6 or 7 because there seems to be some conflicting things. But right now, I'm going to say it's 6 because that's what I put on the ticket and everything like that. So lineup will be at 5. So if you guys want to see the costume contest being, it should be broadcasted, I think. And so that'll be at 6 p.m. tonight. So that'd be cool. We actually have a lot of participants, I believe. I think it's the most participants we've had in the past couple of years. Right now, I think it's up to like 35 people. I think that's slightly more than last year, I think. Another big thing is this morning at 11, here coming up in a couple of hours, you'll have Rhonda Bender on with Ron. Ron will be interviewing Rhonda Bender. And then at 1 o'clock, you have the Shenanigans with Bobby, Jean, and Jason. Bobby, Jean, and Jason. It's morning time. I got a lot of sleep, actually, so that's good. But at 1 o'clock, you'll have Bobby, Jean, and Jason. I would expect a lot of shenanigans with those guys at 1 p.m. today. They're going to be talking about their game Scorched Carbuncle. So I would come and ask a bunch of questions for them. Did you get to meet Kiki? I don't think I've met a Kiki yet. I don't know. I haven't met a Kiki, I don't think. But that's all we have on the schedule for today. So the interview with Rhonda, Scorched Carbuncle, and there might be an interview at 3. We just don't have anybody lined up yet. And then the costume contest is the big thing tonight. Oh, Anne's dog. Yes, I did meet Anne's dog yesterday. So they just walked in about 5 minutes ago. There's actually quite a bit of dogs here this year. Last year there was a couple, like 3 or 4, and this year there's probably about the same because Coffee Nerdery Beer brought theirs. Anne brought hers, and there's a few more. I saw a Chiweenie last night. But yeah, there's quite a bit of dogs here this year. Oh, Mando's here. Becca Roja's dog. Mando is here, so you can see her. And then, yeah. No, I haven't seen any other animals besides dogs. No, like lizards or cats or anything like that. So, yes, I did meet Kiki. Yes. For anybody that's going to be tuning into the MSP Open, you guys might know that last year Ann wasn't here, so we had Derek do the MSP announcements. And so this year Ann and Derek are here. So I think they've decided to do ping pong. They're going to do every other category, I think, is what I've been told. So they're going to bounce between each category of both of them announcing. Sounds like a quest, taking shots of the various dogs. Oh, yeah. There is a ribbon. There is a ribbon for if you show somebody your dog. I think it's called Pet Me. Yeah, I have it on here. I think it's called Pet Me. Yeah, right there. Red one. It's this little red one that says Pet Me. And so if you show her your pet, your pictures of your pet, you get a Pet Me ribbon. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many ribbons I get by the end of day 2. So we'll see how it goes. But then we're gonna be doing that thing like that. So yeah, gonna go check out on the vendors right after this. So I'm gonna go see how the vendors day 1 went. I didn't get a chance to meet up with them yesterday at the end of day. There's just a lot of checking in the morning to see what's up and see what fires need to be put out. Like yesterday, we had a mishap with the tables. So some of the Pathfinder tables were in the wrong area. So I had to drag them over, yada, yada, yada. Just normal con stuff. But overall, no major fires. Everything's going pretty great. I wish everybody that's not here could be here. It's always a fun time. This year, especially after coming up the past couple of years, it's always nice to see people that couldn't make it in the past. Like, I know Frozen Ninja is here, but they're not a vendor this year. They weren't a vendor last year, but they're here hanging out. They're walking around. I can see both of them right now. They're probably about to wave at me. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right when I said 3, they looked at me. It's so funny. But yes, they're up here walking around and things like that, but they're not vending. Man, look at me. Oh, look at that. I see Bob and Julie over there laughing to each other. They're telling jokes. I'm going to go over there and ask them what's so funny. But, yeah, you know, there's the streaming thing this year was a kind of a last-minute thing. But we're kind of doing the best we can and hodgepodging it. I know it's hodgepodging it. Now, Frank's doing a great job. Everything looks lovely. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. Yes. We don't have a full schedule like we did last year, because you guys remember last year, if you guys were watching from home, we had the D&D games and everything like that, and obviously we're going to try to do that probably in the future again, do all kinds of things like that. Yeah, I think I'm starting to wrap up. I'm starting to lose stuff to talk about, because it feels a little weird talking about like, hey, that thing's over there and that thing's over there for the people that aren't here. But it's just kind of to build excitement for you guys and kind of just recap of the previous day. I'm excited to see what the quests are for the factions. I think that's a really cool thing. We were talking about this at the end of night last night about the factions, because if anybody's ever come to ReaperCon before, in the past, the factions always had kind of general alliances. Like, there was definitely like a solid like evil or like a gray area class, and there was always one solid like super good class, like, you know, straight and narrow. And so you could definitely tell where people started to align their points to. And with this 4 adventurers, each on their own quest dynamic, it seems like the points are very kind of even close, instead of being like, oh, this one's so much better, you know, or I align myself with this one so much more. So it honestly feels more like aesthetic. Like, what's your aesthetic? Do you like the bard? Do you like the druid kind of quest and story, and which story appeals to you? So I think it was a good experiment on that, and I think Ron had a good idea and a good thing with that. Oh, I want to talk about something else last night. I had a dream last night. Frank's listening to this. He's going to tell me what he thinks about it too. So you guys know, last year I did the card game. It was a social like ice breaking game that you could play around the con to get some of your favorite painters and sculptors figures on a card and play this cool little dungeon game. And I really enjoyed it and I really loved it. And Ashley the monk had a really cool idea for a game in the future about collecting gear and equipping your character and things like that. And so I took that one step further, and I want to talk to Ron about this next year, is what happens if we can like build your own adventurer or build your own something. And I think the initial idea for this is, let's say like you take a class or you enter something into the MSP, the same thing that you would get Reaper bucks for, and things like that, you know what I mean? What happens if you got like body pieces, like modular body pieces? So like you got a right arm, you got a left arm, you got a torso, you got legs, you know, but they're all different. They could be like modularly different, but with like the same attachment point, but they're different, you know what I mean? So that way you could kind of build your own adventurer. And I think that would be fun, because with the random aspect of it, of like you get some more loot. You know, you get some different things as you go through. Like, oh, this hand has a hammer in it. This one has a shield. Maybe they're dual wielding, you know. And I think that would be kind of cool. So, because, you know, then people could trade body parts. Like, oh, you have a sword right arm. You know, I'll take that. Or you have a mace, one right arm or left arm. And that way you could kind of do things around the con to collect all these different pieces, and then meet up with your friends and trade your head pieces and your helmets and your, oh, this one has a cool hat, kind of a thing. And I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know how we would. I'm talking through it now. I'm spitballing with chat. So I think another thing, that the way that you could deliver this body, like this piece of a miniature, is maybe in like a little tiny treasure chest, like a little tiny boxed wooden or cardboard treasure chest. So when you open it, the piece is in there, and that's how you can store them as well. So you can store all your pieces in the chest as well. So, because there's going to be a lot of little tiny pieces floating around. So I figured a little tiny treasure chest that maybe you got at registration. Like, oh, thanks, you know, you got your folder, you got your swag bag. Oh, inside your swag bag, you have your treasure chest, and we can maybe tie that into some kind of game. Yeah, each vendor could have a different piece for like the punch card. So, you know, you guys get the punch card, you go to all the vendors, you punch all the cards, and you get a free model. So that's another way to get the vendors in on it too. So they each have their own treasure chest or little things to hand out to people. But we need, I'm thinking about it now, we would need a lot. Well, I'll pitch the idea, and we'll kind of spitball some ideas, and I'll talk to some more of the con goers and see what they think about it as well, and see if they have any cool ideas. Because Ashley had some cool ideas last year. I'll talk to Quindy. Quindy's here. I'll talk to Graz and a couple other people that, you know, people that participate in the ribbon game and things like that. So, hey, Gypsy Jan, you missed us this year. You'll be next year for sure. Nice. Yeah, I see all your posts all the time on Facebook. I remember you guys coming a few years ago. We'll see you guys in the future. Modular pieces of armor, we could do that. Pendrake. Normalized body parts, yeah. Okay, well, I'll pitch the idea and see how it goes, and we'll probably mess around with it on Reaperland and come up with a spreadsheet coming up for the next year and see what pieces we need. But now I need a sculptor to do it, to sculpt all these pieces. That's going to be the next part of once this gets approved, then we need to come up with a list of all the different pieces and then start working on them. Well, we'll see. It's nothing confirmed. It's an idea. I had a dream. Yeah, it could be like a collect-em-all kind of a thing. Like, this arm goes to this, piece and you have 6 different pieces chopped up, spread out. So that way you have to like do events and do things to collect them all. I think you could do that. Clavicus Weeby has it already somewhere. He probably does. I know Bobby Jackson has the Men-at-Arms for our Kickstarter this year. It's the three different modular knights that are broken up into multiple pieces. So it'll be along that idea, I think. That seems like a good idea. I don't know if there's anybody on to raid. I don't know if you can look at that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's so early. Yeah, it's early on a Friday, so I would expect a lot of people are at work, people are driving, people are still doing stuff on Friday. But yeah, I think that's it for me. We'll be back at 11 a.m. We'll be back at 11 for Ron and Rhonda show coming up at 11 a.m. Okay, we'll see you guys then. Put your notifications on.